When I played Pikmin 3 on the Wii U, my only complaint was that I wanted more. It's also the kind of game that's hard to get people to try despite how undeniably gorgeous it is. But Pikmin 3 Deluxe sets out to fix all of that, and whether you're a Pikmin veteran or you're new to the series altogether, you won't want to sleep on this game. We follow Captain Charlie, Engineer Alf, and Botanist Brittany on their mission to gather food for their starving home planet. One major problem, they crash land on planet PNF 404, getting separated and losing their cosmic drive key in the process. So after reuniting, we have to track down the key in order to fly our heroes home, hopefully with some delicious fruit in tow. Thankfully, this planet is inhabited by helpful Pikmin. These cuties are happy to get flung around in your service, taking down barriers and enemies or carrying heavy fruit back to the ship. The story mode features 5 kinds of Pikmin: red, rock, yellow, winged, and blue. White and purple Pikmin of previous titles appear in other game modes. Each kind of Pikmin has different strengths and weaknesses. For example, flying Pikmin can carry objects over obstacles, rock Pikmin pack a punch, and yellow Pikmin are resistant to electricity. Keeping these abilities in mind is key not only to puzzle solving, but to taking down the gargantuan bosses, some of which require different combinations of Pikmin to effectively beat. With 3 people in your team, multitasking is the key to making the most of each day before sunset hits and you have to fly to safety. On the Wii U, you could use the gamepad to have characters auto-walk to certain parts of the map while you carry on with a different squad. Now on the Switch, we're relegated to the minus button, which isn't nearly as ideal. But playing in co-op nearly erases that issue. A second player can join in and help delegate work as effectively as possible. Co-op only gets tricky during cutscenes, where the player who triggered the scene will end up with all the Pikmin if you're both in the same room when the scene starts. It's a minor inconvenience though. Split-screen fun doesn't stop in story mode. First off, Bingo Battle pits you against player 2 as you try to fill out a card of items before them, or at least sabotage their chances of winning. There are also 2 side stories following the famous Captain Olimar and his companion Louie, and a mission mode with many more ways to test your skill. All of it can be played with 2 people. In fact, you'll earn separate medals in mission mode for completing them in solo and co-op. If that sounds like a completionist's dream, it is. There are even achievements to collect. Plus, beating hard mode or the demo allows you to play the story in ultra spicy difficulty, where days are shorter, enemies are tougher, fruit gives you less juice to survive on, and perhaps worst of all, you can only carry up to 60 Pikmin instead of 100. There's so much content and challenge. Those who slept on Pikmin 3 or didn't have a Wii U should consider Pikmin 3 Deluxe a must-play. But don't write it off if you're like me and you played it back on the Wii U. Sure, the story's the same, but with robust co-op and new challenges, this Pikmin 3 is truly deluxe.